The narrative of Year of Impossible Goodbyes, 1991, by Sook Nyul Choi unfolds against the backdrop of 1945 amidst the waning days of World War II. While the global conflict nears its conclusion, Korea remains ensnared in a prolonged struggle due to Japan's three-decade-long occupation. The story orbits around Sookan, a young Korean girl, and her family's fervent desire for Korea's independence. Their aspirations are perilous, as they pin their hopes on the war's end, signaling liberation from Japanese oppression, heralding an era of freedom for Korea. Sookan's family comprises her little brother, Inchun, and their grandfather, with her mother dwelling among them. However, Sookan's father and three elder brothers are absent, ensnared in Japanese labor camps or engaged in the fight for Korea's sovereignty. Amidst this tumult, Sookan's grandfather imparts clandestine lessons to her and Inchun about their people's heritage and history. Meanwhile, the family sustains itself through a modest sock factory in their yard, employing local teenage girls who sew socks for the Japanese military. Outside their home, the Japanese Imperial Police cast a shadow of oppression over their world. Under Japanese rule, Koreans endure relentless cruelty, their possessions confiscated, and their dignity trampled upon. Moreover, they are coerced into venerating the Japanese emperor. Amidst this oppressive atmosphere, Sookan's grandfather passes away, leaving behind a final wish for Sookan's mother, to impart the tales of Korean resilience and heritage to Sookan and Inchun. The stories she tells them describe the many cruelties the Korean people have suffered and continue to endure at the hands of the Japanese. As though the cruelty in these tales is not enough, a Japanese imperial officer, Captain Narita, kidnaps the girls working for Sookan's family's sock factory and sends them to the front, where they're forced to be sex slaves, enslaved, used, and abused by the Japanese army. When World War II ends, Sookan and her family rejoice. They believe that now that the Japanese have left Korea, they will be free to celebrate their own culture. However, it's not long before Russia brings communism to the nation, enforcing it in all quarters. Once more, Sookan and her family are forced to work under slave labor conditions to build what the communists insist will be a paradise for workers. Despite that promise and the propaganda that goes with it, life is not all that different from how it was under the rule of the Japanese. But Sookan, Inchun, and their mother see a light at the end of the tunnel. They plan to escape to South Korea, hoping that there they will finally be free. They spend a great deal of money to hire a guide to get into South Korea, but after traveling on a train and on foot, Sookan and Inchun are separated from their mother. It's only then they learn that the guide wasn't helping them at all, but in fact planned to take their money and betray them. Sookan and Inchun embark on a dangerous and daring mission to find their mother. Finally, they make it to South Korea, but only just. The Red Cross helps them to recover from their journey, and they are brought to their father's apartment in South Korea. There, they are initially reunited with their three older brothers. By the end of the book, the whole family is reunited, but not without having suffered great hardship. A central theme in Year of Impossible Goodbyes revolves around the quest for freedom from oppression. Sookan's family fervently desires Korea's liberation from Japanese control, and their jubilation upon the war's conclusion is palpable. Yet their joy is short-lived as they find themselves ensnared in the grip of Russian communism, compelled to abandon their homeland. This struggle underscores another thematic thread: the preservation of identity. Sookan's grandfather and mother impart stories to her and Inchun, safeguarding their Korean heritage against the encroachment of Japanese and later Russian dominance. Ultimately, their flight to South Korea affords them the opportunity to reclaim elements of their cultural identity, although the absence of their grandfather remains a poignant reminder of their losses. Family constitutes a third prominent theme in Year of Impossible Goodbyes. Amidst upheaval and displacement, familial bonds serve as a source of resilience and solidarity for Sookan and her kin. Beyond this poignant narrative, Sook Nyul Choi is acclaimed for several other literary works, including Echoes of the White Giraffe, 1993, Halmoni and the Picnic, 1993, Gathering of Pearls, 1994, The Best Older Sister, 1997, and Yunmi and Halmoni's Trip, 1997. As a prolific author of children's fiction, Choi has garnered numerous awards and accolades. Year of Impossible Goodbyes notably clinched the Judy Lopez Book Award in 1992, in addition to being featured on esteemed lists such as the Best Books for Young Adults by YALSA and the Best Books for the Teenage 1992 by the New York Public Library. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.